Hey, good evening, everyone. It's A John. I make two videos on Dogecoin every single day, one in the morning and a second one in the evening here. And I cover the news and the sticks, aka the technicals here. So it's March 2nd, 2021, as of 5:36 p.m. of this recording Pacific Standard Time here. I want to start off by going to some of our news today. So Elon Musk is talking about the creating the city of Starbase of Texas here, and he is saying that very much so, it's the leader and shall be the doge, the doggy, how you want to call it. People always critique me for that here. So the fact that Elon is tweeting so much about this tells me that he's really into it, and we're gonna have a phenomenal weekend here. Another noteworthy news here is by Shibetoshi Nakamoto. Big news: Dogecoin NASCAR 2.0 racing this weekend in Vegas here. Spring rates to the moon. We're bringing Dogecoin along for the ride this weekend in Las Vegas for a NASCAR Xfinity Series race. I mean, the fact that we are seeing the economy open up and things starting to open up now, and Dogecoin is kind of one of those things that are starting to appear again. And from the comments below on Reddit here, they were saying the driver Stefan Parsons is the son of the original Doge team owner Phil Parsons, and someone was saying generation of Doge holders already, the Doge dynasty. Okay, you know what? I am even more bullish on seeing this. You know what? Now let's get to the text and the sticks. Okay, that's what you're here for. Let's get to it now. All right, let's go back to the daily here. Oh, all right. One second. Let me get rid of these little yellow things right here. Oh, you know what? They can stay for now. So let's zoom in right here. Okay, so how was today? March 2nd here. All right, we had a little green candlestick here, which kind of indicates that any dips were being bought today. And as I mentioned earlier today in the earlier video today, that anytime you see anything below 0.49 and below, it's gonna get bought up quick. And today is no different here. No different here. Even though we're seeing a very narrow trading range here, I'm assuming that based on this candlestick here, we do dip below 5 a little bit here and there, and it gets bought up with the quickness. So I hope you guys are watching it to purchase around there as well, because that seems like a pretty strong support in the interim. Depending on how you're doing, if you're going for a long trade, or you're going for investing, or you're doing for a day trade, these perspectives differ. Okay, so let's see the MACD now, because I'm always interested about that. Let's see the volume today. Okay, the volume today is pretty abysmal, apparently. Well, yesterday really. Could you see how March 1st up to about 1600, about 4 p.m. So about 4 p.m. is when the new day starts. So maybe an hour ago we had 91 million Doge coins traded, and today the new day, and maybe an hour and a half into it already, we're seeing 3 million coins traded. So we can see also the MACD here is starting to curl a little more here. You see the velocity slowing down. It's starting to curl up now. And you can also see the sticks going into a upward trending motion here, which is very, very bullish, which is what you want to see, guys. Really, seriously. So, okay, let's zoom a little closer now. As I mentioned this morning here, we are seeing a continuation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 sticks pointing to the upward trend, and yet we are still in the bullish territory of the MACD here. So I've been mentioning for a few days, almost a week now, that we may start trading around here. And this is kind of what you want to see for the most part. I'm gonna reiterate again. We want to see something like this. We don't want to see this, guys. This is not what you want to see. You don't want to see it go change velocity and just go straight down like that. That is not what you want to see, and I don't want to see that either. Even though it's more buying opportunities here, when that happens, it's kind of scary, and I don't want to be holding too much either. But I'm not scared though. I'm just saying I prefer not to, you know. So, so yeah. So basically, we're gonna see for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, even depending on how the volume is gonna move around. How the volume is gonna move around. That'll determine where the next trajectory is. I will keep in. Pardon, guys. Sorry about that. I'll be keeping a close eye on this and reporting on a daily, so you guys can be up to news. Up. so you can be up to date with this, so you can know how to move along with your trade as well. If I see a different trend changing, you will be the first to know if you watch my channel here. And by the way, guys, I know you watch this stuff, so please do me a favor. If you're watching it this far already, give me a comment, give me a like, give me a subscribe. For the comments, tell me how you feel about these trades so far. How are they going for you? Are you up? Are you down? How much are you up by? How much are you down by? How many doji coins are you holding? Okay. Anyways, moving on now to the 4 hour now, because we want to see what that short time frame is doing today. So as you can see also, one more thing to note also, guys, since we're here on a daily here, I did mention that for the most part, we're going to be consolidating around here for a while. This will be the range we'll be trading in for the most part here. But obviously, we're kind of trading at a lower range here currently. And there could be a scenario where you can say, hey, this is kind of a bear flag here. So what I mean by bear flag on a shorter time from here is that, okay, an argument can be made that, okay, say here, right here, right? This is your bearish stick right here. Obviously, I'm doing this as an example, and I'm saying this is like a shorter time frame bear flag here. And one can argue and saying, hey, this looks like a bear flag because you're consolidating on a lower range of this large bar here that went down here. So if that happens, we could possibly see this as well. We could see this. Oops. We can see this happen. Consolidation and boom, a downward movement like that. So I will be keeping an eye on it, and that's kind of why I mentioned also below in the MACD here, we don't want to see this go straight down. We want to see a curling effect. We want to see the curl keep on moving up. Okay, so as always, buy the dip and only dabble. Don't go all in, guys. Don't go full ham. That's how you get stuck. That's how you lose on money. That's how you have sleepless nights here. Okay, always have a budget and always have a plan. So go to the forward chart now for a short time from here. So before I mention to you guys, let's say this is the stick right here, right? And this is gonna be our bear flag here. I mean, it's not very textbook, but one could argue the fact that you're always trading on a lower range here could be a potential bear flag. And the fact that on a forward chart here, on a MACD, we are still in bearish territory. As you can see, we haven't crossed zero equilibrium yet to the upside here. But yet you see the trend trading downwards here. You see the trend going downwards this way? You can see by the sticks getting smaller. So let me make it bigger for you. You see it getting smaller here? But yet you're also seeing right around here, it's starting to, the velocity is slowing down here. So one could argue that this could be a potential reversal and continuation of the bullishness. Okay, we could potentially see this here. But as always, no one can predict the future, and this is and these technical analysis, it's always evolving. So if you watch it only once a day, you're not going to see the full picture, because in 12 hours a lot can change. Somebody's or someone or a whale could just throw a big buy signal, and that could change all the bots, and it could start increasing. Or a whale could do a big sell, and it'll change, and you can start doing a sell signal here. So it's very imperative that if you're doing day trading, if you're swing trading, you gotta watch this. If you're investing such as me, I still want good deals. That's why I watch it daily, and I love Dogecoin. That's why I do it. So let me get back to it now. Alrighty then. So here we are on the forward chart here. So as I mentioned, we are seeing a continuation here. We're seeing a possible continuation, which is good, but we need to see confirmation of these sticks increasing, going this direction. But that could take some time as well, because this is a forward chart here. So by the morning, obviously overnight into the morning, it's gonna be the Europeans trading now. So we'll see what they do overnight for us Americans on Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time, and of course Eastern Standard Time. All right. So let's go to a 15-minute chart here and see what we're doing. One more thing also. So usually, one more thing also. Sorry to mention to bring this up, guys. So when you're seeing right here, this is kind of an ascending triangle. When you see an ascending triangle, it's usually a possible bearish movement here, because you're basically moving up and you're hitting a lot of resistance right here. but yet you aren't cracking the resistance. You see we hit once, twice, wait, one, two, three, four, and then a few times we didn't even hit it. And you can see here we started breaking down and started hitting this direction right here. So usually ascending triangles are usually known as bearish signs, but there are the occasions where it also points up and breaks out, but it really depends on the news. Because that's always the X factor where you cannot predict it. No one can know what will happen or when it will happen. It just happens, of course. To me and you, it just happens, right? But obviously, people planning it, they have a plan for whatever reasons are, and we're not always privy to it. So that's my little conspiracy theory here. It doesn't hold much salt, but after being in the game with stock market for a very long time, I've come to realize that those kind of things happen. All right, so on the 15-minute chart here, I did note that this morning that we are getting, you see on the 15-minute chart here, we are closing in on a depth cross on the 50 and 200 on the on a 15-minute chart here. Obviously, on a 15-minute chart as well, it's a shorter time from here, so it's not really meant to give you a strong indication here. It's more of a day trade indicator, but I like to use it because that's how I use it to buy my buys, and that's how I determine when I want to buy. Because in order to know the details, you gotta look really micro zoom in, and it is just the micro zoom in. The 4-hour and daily, it's more of a macro view to give you an idea of the trends, and then 15-minute tells you, okay, if the trends are bullish today, I'm gonna buy a dip and sell on a pop. If it's a bearish trend today, I'm gonna sell at the pops and buy at the dips. Of course, if you're shorting, that means when you sell it, which means you're shorting it. When you buy it, it actually means you're giving back the shares. But anywho, so let's go back here now. Okay, so you can see that this morning I did mention the 200 MA could be a possible bounce point, and it was for the most part, and it did dip it, but it did bounce over it, and then it went back down real quick. So I did mention in the morning today that if you do buy at 200 MA, you want to sell when it pops. You don't want to hold on to it for the whole day because it's a very short trade. And you can see on a 15-minute chart here, we're trending down, guys. So that isn't necessarily bullish. But at the same token here, you're seeing that on a 15-minute MACD here, we're kind of crossing up here, but you're seeing the velocity kind of decrease now at the very most recent time frame we're looking at right now. So if it's trending down right now, and and it literally barely crossed over to the bearish territory here. So this kind of indicates to me that we're going to see a further bearish movement here. So what that means is the range will probably be around here for the most part. Maybe overnight, it'll be something like this for the most overnight. It'll probably go up and down like this, based on European trading. I don't suspect that they're going to do a big buy. If they do, then it can change the trajectory of the current MACD here, and it could even start tilting up the 50 MA here. As you can see, it's starting to become support now. But you can see with the 15 MA, the 15-minute chart here, it's very erratic here. So that's kind of why I'm saying like 15-minute chart is meant for a day trade, not really meant to be as used to be a long hold or investment. This is more a day trade kind of a technique right now. But you gotta be more into it as well, and you gotta really watch it if you're doing that kind of stuff. As you can see here, this is right here is what I would consider a temporary buy signal. You can see here we have a spike of 1.295 million volume here, and over here it starts dropping off, but yeah, it's kind of holding on though. So another one here as well, another buy signal. Usually volume is what you want to use for buy signals because you cannot fake volume. Volume is basically someone buying, and you can't fake that. So same thing as well with sales, right? Same exact idea. I do want to check the level 2 sentiment today as well, just to see what the books are basically, the bids and sells. Okay, we have 51 and 111, so we're still about a point, maybe 0.55 to 1. So I haven't done it every single day, but for the most part, we've been seeing for the past week or two, it's always been around 0.5 to 0.55 to 1 or 0.6 to 1, the trend here. So we're seeing that we have more sellers and buyers. And that's very indicative of the current trending of the charts as well. Obviously, the depth can change, instantly, right? Depending on who's buying and selling and stuff like that. I think this gives you an idea of the momentum, really, and I'm sorry, no momentum, the sentiment. And guys, this concludes the video for today for my Dogecoin analysis here. If you like my video, you watch this far, again, I repeat myself, give me a like, subscribe, give me a comment below. Let me know what you're doing, Let me know how many coins you're holding. Let me know if you're in a hole. Let me know if you're profitable. I would like to hear about those kind of things. And I will catch you guys on the next one. You have an excellent day and do those kind of excellent doggy things. Catch you later. Bye.